Church House is an 18th century building, and in 1910 it was turned into what it is today, a parish hall, something for church meetings and for use by the community. Well, much as we like our heritage buildings, there comes a time when they can start to show their age not in a good way. And that's the point we've reached. It needs total refurbishment. Something drastic has to be done, not just to keep it standing, but to enable modern fixtures and fittings to be put inside the whole building. So we've launched our campaign, and it's our mission to raise £750,000.
Barnet and Hadley is very much a village community, and this to me is the centre of the community. It's a great historic building in a great location. It provides flexible space which can be used by the young, the old, and various community groups.
So Alan has designed a lot of flexibility into this plan. We've had a lot of input actually from the many groups that will be potentially using this building. So it's been a little bit of a challenge to make sure that we can meet all those different requirements.
This has to be more than a building. This is a community asset that we want to create where people can feel safe, happy, learn, enjoy what is a fantastic place in the hub of Hadley Wood.
We need a space where our young people can relax, play table tennis, eat pizza together, watch a movie, have deep engaging discussions with one another. We want a space that's leisurely for us to have a cup of coffee after the service, or to meet for a harvest supper or another lunch or dinner together, a space where we can enjoy each other's company and strengthen the bonds of our fellowship and community.
So we've been playing cricket on the Hadley Common now probably since the early 1800s, and we've played ever since.
The church house is it's an essential part of our club. We require it in order for us to use it for changing facilities, in order for us to be able to invite other clubs over.
I would say it's probably several hundred players would attend over a season.
The ECB All-Stars is a national programme which aims to try and encourage cricket amongst all communities, both genders and of all ages. With Monk and Hadley, if we were to have the facilities, we would be able to participate in the programme. The risk we run if the church house isn't renovated is that this club will fold. We wouldn't be able to put out games, we wouldn't have the facilities to run the club, we would have to look to moving to a different pitch, which would essentially mean that there's no more cricket played on the common.
There are so many young families that live around this building, and for them to have a place where they can come for friendships, communities, baby and toddler groups, even just for a coffee, for a meet-up, that really would be wonderful.
Investing in good quality facilities, changing facilities make a massive difference to us, because when the kids were really young, one of our criteria for going somewhere would be, will we be able to change them and do it in a safe place and where it's nice and clean. Especially on your first child, everything is like you're kind of wiping germs left, right, and centre. So it makes a huge difference for young families.
Puddenecks have been a local charity for over 60 years, and we focus on helping older people. That means really that our mainstay is trying to get people out, socialising, trying to overcome isolation and loneliness. The key points for me would be about access, flexibility and the use of space. If I just say that our main events are about social events, dinners with musical entertainment, bingo evenings, we run exercise classes for older people. All those, as I understand, would be possible in a refurbished church house.
Having the refurbished hall will just be quite transformative, because we'll be able to use that not only for rehearsals but for workshops, prop making, costume making. There are small meeting rooms upstairs, so little workshops for script writing. It'd be wonderful. Disabled access, beautiful location. It's going to make a real difference, isn't it?
What's great about Church House is that we will be able to almost double our abilities or capabilities, capacity to create and make theatre.
So for us, it gives us two venues that we can use at either end of the town.
The guides, we started at Church House in 2013, and then 2 years ago we started the Ranger unit. It's in such a wonderful setting that we can use the gardens, and it's like a village hall inside. It's lovely, we're near Hadley Woods.
A renovated church house would be great in terms of the sheer amount of space you'd have, the great lighting, the fact that it would be a warm and inviting space for people to use in the winter. And also just the outside space is also fantastic.
Well, I can see us here in this lovely garden. People, as I've said, come along with their children. This would be an excellent venue. And to have, refreshment facilities, toilet facilities, there's nothing more we could ask for.
Oh, Church House has had a very long association with this school for many, many years. I have a list as long as my arm for what we could use Church House for. Additional space for this school would be such a huge asset, and especially one which has that security of the secret garden, as I call it.
Our purpose is to raise funds for the school. So of course we work together really, really closely, and that relationship is excellent. But some of the events we run will be in a different venue, and it's always quite challenging to find the right venue for us. And I think there are particular aspects of the restoration that are particularly exciting for us and lend itself to us using it more. Fundraising events such as quizzes, discos for the children, which they absolutely love. New, fresh, clean toilets that our children and families can use, particularly where there are good changing facilities for our children as well. So we're really excited about it.
It's picture perfect for an art group. Not only where the house is situated, but the location outside, inside the house, the garden. The art groups that we could run here could appeal to disabled as art therapy sessions. If I could have it all to myself, I would be running groups all day, every day.
As you've just heard, it's really clear that there are so many local interest groups that are keen to use Church House as soon as we've got it renovated. And once it's up and running, there'll be all sorts of new uses will very quickly appear.
There is a gap in the community for a facility such as Church House, particularly in its redesigned, renovated form, which will offer home and space to users of all age groups and all sectors of society.
Church House is going to be something really of benefit to everyone in the wider community. Family groups, older people, children, the cricketers. And there's nowhere else in the neighbourhood where you can get both a smart, spacious community hall and these lovely gardens, which makes it perfect for so many occasions.
Of course, I'd urge people to contribute to this project in any way that they possibly can, both by means of donation, but also by becoming associated with and participating in the wide range of activities which will be fundraising for Church House.